Okay, so reminder ulit tayo of our, no, for your review. Corporate liquidation, SORAL, yung statement of realization and liquidation. So medyo comprehensive yung problem natin dito. Well, I wish there were more questions, but um, ang importante, ma-explain natin yung um, T account natin, yung relationship between these numbers here and paano nagwo-work yung T account. And um, yeah, I can point out other possible questions later, no, doon sa mga values sa T account natin. But yeah, um, let's go ahead. So marami yung information. So kailangan magtipid tayo sa oras in board exam. So kailangan mabilis tayo mag-analyze. Yung structure ng solution natin is really important para mapabilis natin. So you can just, you know, what do you call this? Plug in yung mga figures. Mas mabilis tayo. Well, I know concepts are really important, but we cannot discount the um, value, what do you call this, yung importance ng structure ng problem solving because it facilitates sa, especially sa time um, consumption natin. Okay, so yeah. Well, alam mo na to, yung formula ng SORAL, I mean yung T account. So yung multiple cross natin, yan. Yan. So we have your um, hindi ko na isusulat, so i-acronym ko na lang. So your assets to be realized, no? And then your assets acquired, and then you have your assets realized here and assets not realized. You have your liabilities to be liquidated. You have your liabilities assumed. You have your liabilities liquidated, liabilities not liquidated, and then you have your supplementary debits or charges, and then you have your supplementary credits, and then you have your um, end balance. You have your balance, no? Which should be equal to your balance here. So if there's any what do we call it? Squeeze value para maging balansa sila. Kung nandito yon, yung squeeze value, it is a gain. Kung nandito naman yung squeeze value para magbalansa sila, it is a loss. Okay? So, ganyan siya. I'm sure alam mo na yan. So, anyway, gamitin natin yan para ma-solve. So, in actual solving it, you don't have to label pa yung mga ganyan. Dapat memorize mo na yung mismong T account na yan. So, how I do it, ganito ko siya ginagawa. So, there, gagawa ako ng ganyan, cross. Or, I don't have to do that if talagang nagmamadali ako, no? Alam ko naman kung saan nakaposition yung mga numbers na ipa-plug ko eh. So, there. But anyway, for the sake of discussion, let's do it. So, there. Halos ganito rin yung ginagawa ko dun sa formula or structure ng problem solving ko doon sa um, um, what do you call this? Statement of affairs. Yan. Yung merong deficit, mga ganun. And ganito ko rin siya ginagawa doon. I'm not sure if I have a video of that already, but I can make one if there's none. Anyway, let's focus on this problem for now. So, ipa-plug muna natin yung mga numbers. Let's say, okay, basahin natin. Nag-liquidate na tong company na to. Its opening statement of financial position showed cash. We don't uh, really include cash in here kasi nag-liquidate tayo ng mga we're focusing on assets na pwede nating ma-liquidate and of course make use of those to what did I say? Ma-realize, I mean. And then so that we can liquidate yung liabilities natin that are existing. So let's do it. So cash, let's not worry about that. Okay. AR. So ang ginagawa ko because this line pertains to assets to be realized dito for example yan. So nilalagay ko lahat. So for example yan 150. Okay. 150 and then I'll put 200 here kasi yan yung for the inventory and then I'll put 500 here, that's for machinery. Okay, pinagtatabi-tabi ko sila, alam ko na these are my assets to be realized. Okay, so ganyan ko siya nilalagay para hindi ako malito. Alright. Now, ano pa yung pwede kong i-plug in of figures? Kasi, again, hindi na, yung assets to be realized natin, hindi naman kasi like one single number lang. Well, if in those simple problems, yes, ibibigyan ka lang ng ganitong amount. You're lucky if that's the problem. But either way, itong method ko nito will work as at least for me, no. So I'm just sharing it. So move tayo sa liabilities. Liabilities, we're done with this. We're done with that. Okay. And then we have 350 na AP and then bank loan na 400. So I'll put 350 here and I'll put 400 here. So alam kong ganyan yung arrangement nila. And alam kong yan yung liabilities to be liquidated ko. Okay? Now, done na tayo dyan. So, move ako dito sa mga facts. So, sabi niya, a trustee collected 80% of the account receivable. So, 120. Ibinigay na yung figure. I don't have to, but I can double check just to make sure, no? So, out of yung AR natin na 150, we've collected 80%. So, that's 150 in fact. So, ang gagawin ko is yung proceeds. By the way, yung proceeds pala natin, I think I'll just explain it later. I-process muna natin. Sige. So, 120, no? Yung AR. So, dito ko rin siya gagawin. Itatapat ko rin siya as my first figure dun sa assets realized ko. So, 120, and then yung book value of the not realized portion. So, kunin ko na agad yon kasi baka makalimutan ko pa. 'Di ba? So, 150, ano ba sabi niya dito? And wrote off. Aha. Actually, kung wala itong word na ito, kung wala, let's say for example, wala yan, no? Remaining uncollectible, 'di ba? Sabi niya. So, I would say 150 multiplied by yung the 20 other 20%, I would put it here. Okay? Gagawin kong ganyan. Meaning that I've realized 120 and then yung portion which is 20% was not realized. 'Di ba? Ito yung portion na assets not realized natin, 'di ba? So ilalagay ko dapat diyan. However, we have an statement saying that they wrote off the remaining balances uncollectible. So, ang effect niyan, I will not record it. I will not put it here. Hindi ko siya ilalagay dito. Why? Kasi gusto ko mag-result into a gain. Loss. Okay? Kasi if you have a 150 in the books, no, as your AR, kung hindi mo yun na-collecta lahat, the rest would be loss. well, treated as loss at least. It would be written off basically, no. So yun, para para pag total natin, magkaroon siya ng difference later. So yun yung idea. So again, lilinawin ko lang, if kung wala yung wrote off na yan, it would have been not realized. It would have stayed in the books na hindi realized. So ganun siya. Okay? So by looking at this, yung 150, 120, there's already meron na akong accounted na like 30,000, 30K na loss, di ba? So that's the importance of like separating these values. No? Anyway, let's move to the next one. Exactly 3/4. So 75% daw ng inventory was sold for a total of 135. So yung 200, 75% niyan, which is 200 times 0.75, 150. Nabenta daw ng 135. So obviously meron na namang loss dito, di ba? Meron na namang loss na 15,000. So ilagay ko diyan 135, di ba? By the way, sabihin ko na siguro as early as now that yung part ng assets realized is always the proceeds, okay? So that's why we call it realizable value. So meaning to say, this is the amount realized out of this particular amount of assets. So if we have recorded, for example, 1 million as our asset, and we were able to realize 800 out of it, so the 200 difference would flow through the loss. Okay? Kaya hindi magbabalanse yung T account mo, and the amount there para maging balancing figure mo eventually, which is yung squeezed figure mo, would then be 200,000. So you see kung paano siya gumagana yung T account, 'di ba? That's why kung let's say again yung example ko is 1 million. Wait, let's try a different color. Yung example ko 1 million dito. 1 million, 1 million, 'di ba? Tapos 800 lang yung realize mo. Di 200 dyan, loss, magiging balancing figure mo dito, 'di ba? Later. Okay. So ganun siya nagwo-work, guys. And then yeah, let's just move on. So, knowing that 75% was sold, may 25% of 200 ka. 'Di ba? Yung 200 mo na to, 75% was sold, so may 25% pa na natitira. So, i-record ko na agad yan dito para hindi ko na makalimutan. So, 50,000 yan kasi 25% of 200. So obviously may obvious na 15,000 na naman dito kasi hindi na naman balance eh. May 15,000 na naman na loss. So pwede ko na yung i-account. May 15,000. Ano yung loss kanina? 30. Pwede ko na yung itabi dito. Yeah. So ganun siya gumagana. Anyway, let's move forward. 135 tapos na. Yung 500 naman, tingnan natin. 500. Machinery was sold for 420. Okay, 420. Diba? So 420. By the way, yung 50 it was not realized, Hindi siya realized. So this is the line ng assets not realized. So yung 500 you could consider na realize na siya. However, the amount that we realized out of it is 420,000 lang. So 420 proceeds. These are realizable values, no? So ilagay lang natin RV. Okay? This is book values ito. Book values yung i-record mo dyan. These are book values. If there was an asset acquisition, that would be the amount na you record it on the book. So that's book value as well. Okay, this liabilities book value naman yan. Yeah. Okay, yeah, let's just if flow na lang natin, no? So 420, doon tayo natapos. Sorry, ang dami pa sakali, but yeah, I hope you're following, no? 420, so 500 wala namang assets na realized dyan sa 500 na yan. So, wala tayong ilalagay dito. So, this is 0. Okay, so you just leave it blank para alam mo na wala naman talaga siya dyan. Now, what else? Facts. Machinery was sold for 420. Yun. Now, cross mo na yan. While cleaning the warehouse, the trustee discovered a forgotten crate of specialized spare parts, not on the original books, that was immediately sold for 12,000. Okay? So, for this one, since it's an old like inventory, kasi special spare parts, inventoriable, or kung part siya ng, well, special spare parts, yeah, inventory siya. Kasi probably para pang replace nila eventually ng mga machinery nila, mga ganon. And then while it's not yet used kasi naman hindi naman siya inventoriable pa siya. So and then capitalize. I'm not sure if I'm saying this right, but they capitalize it if it's a special, if it extends the use. But I'm deviating from this topic anyway. Pero in this case, lagay natin siya sa acquired. So kung nabenta siya for 12, I don't know how they they will or they recorded, pero since 12 naman, wala naman siyang specific. Maybe they don't know how much the amount was. So ang gagawin ko dyan I'll just record it at 12. Okay? Na assets acquired. And then I'll put what? If it was realized, I will put it here. So, kulang na yung space, no? So, I'll put it here na lang sa taas. Okay? I'll put yan. Kasi realized, part siya ng realized. Okay? Part siya ng realized. If it was an inventory, medyo may subtle concept lang akong dadagdag dito. No? If it was an inventory that was acquired through operation, ibig sabihin, parang nag-acquire pa yung liquidator ng sort of inventory para mabenta. We don't know how, but that's possible, no? Parang part siya ng operating pa rin. The proceeds would have been on the credits, okay? Kung may sale of inventory that was acquired. So, parang ganun. Kung let's say, nag-acquire ka ng inventory dito, and then, let's say, 10K, and then nabenta mo for like 12K, may markup, lagay mo siya dyan. So, ganun siya. But in this case kasi, para point out ko lang, yung difference is that this is an old stuff, no? So, it's an old stuff, na-recover lang siya. Your entry would have been maybe like inventory, okay? On the debit, and then maybe like shareholders equity kasi recovery naman siya, no? So 12K for example, na 12K, or maybe whatever the book value. Kung hindi naman kasi binanggit dito, if it was 14K, then we would have a difference, no? And then mag-record ka ng cash, okay, and then 12K yan, para lang just so it will be presented doon sa books mo, kasi nga this is probably like again it would be a recovery of an asset. Nakalagay naman diyan discovery not originally in the books. If it was originally in the books, then we just record that it would be added sa assets to be realized, di ba? So ganun siya. Okay, so 12. And then liabilities, next item. So okay na tayo dyan, 12. The trustee paid administrative legal fees of 25,000 and accrued, doon muna tayo sa 25,000. So paid. Okay, paid siya. So dadagdag tayo ng 25K dito, no? 25K. Okay, point out ko lang, kung ito ay hindi paid, ilalagay natin siya dito, 25. Kasi mag-additional liabilities siya tayo, or acquire or assume liabilities. Tapos, kung hindi siya bayad, ilalagay ko rin siya dito. Diba? Tapos, ilalagay ko pa rin dyan siya sa supplementary debits. Kasi nga, new charges siya. Okay? So, But in this case, hindi naman siya binayaran naman siya, so tanggalin natin siya diyan. Although magko-cross out lang din naman sila, pero I'm just saying that that's how it should be presented. Okay? So, dito lang siya since bayad naman na siya, parang incurred and paid at the same time. Okay? Now, dun sa accrued, dito mo tingnan. Okay, meron tayong accrued but did not pay yet or yet pay utilities of 8,000. Tingnan mo dito mag-additional tayo ng 8 dito, di ba? Supplementary debits, di ba? Tapos, ilalagay natin siya kasi additional liability siya, hindi siya bayad. Okay, so ilalagay din natin siya dito dahil hindi nga siya bayad. Okay? So next, but did not pay. So done na tayo dyan. And then, the bank loan was settled in full by paying 385. Okay? Dito ang ginagawa ko would be, since ang line item na to is liabilities liquidated, di ba? So I would still use book value here. Kasi, hence the word liquidated. So, ibig sabihin, pag liquidated, it would be the book value para mawala siya entirely. Kasi kung i-record ko lang dito ng ano ba to 350? Are we talking about the 350? 350 loan, bank loan. So, we're talking about the what do you call this? Yung 400, no? Kung i-record ko dito 385, you can only imagine na yung 400 is hindi siya fully liquidated, 'di ba? So may natitira pang 15 dun sa libro mo. So what I would do is I would still record 400, okay? Para mawala yung entire loan, okay, entire debt na kasi sabi niya dito, with the bank agreeing to cancel the remaining 15,000 balance. So, this is technically a gain for you, profit, no? Or, gain or additional, what do you call this? Income for you, no? So, ang gagawin ko dyan, I would put 15 here in the supplementary credits. Diba? 15,000. Parang kumita tayo ng 15 because of the condonation. Condonation ba to? Yeah, condonation nga. So binigyan tayo ng parang kumita tayo ng 15. So we essentially liquidated yung entire 400 na debt natin and then kumita tayo ng 15. Why? Because parang kinondon tayo. We only paid less than what we're supposed to. So, ganun siya. Now, i-klaro ko lang. You can also 385 here, di ba? 385 and then not record that. Same pa rin naman yung effect. I'm just saying, supposedly ganun yung effect dapat niya. Okay, so, yeah. If you would put 385 and not do the 15, you have the same result. Yan, lilinawin ko lang. Okay, now let's talk about the 350. 350. Done na tayo sa letter F. Letter G, an initial partial payment of 20 was made out of the original accounts payable. So, 350,000 multiplied by 20%, that's 70,000 dito siya sa liabilities liquidated. So, out of 350, actually, mali nga yung lagay ko ng tama lang. Out of 350, binayaran yung 70. So, technically, yung other portion of that, 350, yung 80% was not paid. Kaya siya pupunta rito. Diba? Parang hinati lang natin. Diba? You could just do 350 here. Okay, 350. But again, we have some questions kasi na might be asking for just the portion, how much was liquidated, how much was not liquidated, mga ganun. So, mamamali ka. So, that's why yung ginawa kong formula na to is, it works really. And one more thing, na napansin ko is that yung liabilities portion, okay, ng SORL natin, it always is it's always equal on both sides. Always equal 'yan. Kasi nga 'di ba dito is liabilities to be liquidated. Liabilities to be liquidated. Tapos dito is liabilities assumed, okay? So dito naman is liabilities liquidated and then liabilities not liquidated. So kung titingnan mo, yung liabilities to BLT, BL, liabilities, tapos book value sila lahat, di ba? So liabilities to be liquidated, tapos plus ka ng acquired liabilities assumed, tapos i-minus mo yung liabilities liquidated, tapos mag-end ka ng liabilities not liquidated. So technically, balance siya dapat. Balance siya. So, additional shortcut, no, kapag nagmamadali ka, you could just ignore the liabilities portion, tapos account mo lang yung mga account mo lang yung mga assets and then yung supplementary credits. Kung ang tinatanong lang is yung gain or loss on the realization, no. Parang ganun. Yun lang. Subtle na information pero it helps, no. Now, moving forward, tapos na ba tayo? 20%. So, hiniwalay lang natin na ito yung 20%, ito naman yung 80%. Again, this is book value. Book value. Book value din naman to. So, yeah. Ganyan siya. Ganyan yung appearance niya. So, meron pa ba tayong, wala na. Parang na-account naman na natin lahat. So, magto-total na lang tayo, no? So, isum lang natin lahat ng numbers dito sa kabila and then sa kabila. Actually, we can answer na yung one question. What is the total liabilities not liquidated? So, liabilities not liquidated is this one. Right. Gamitin natin ang ibang color. Okay, so that's 288, di ba? So easy mo lang siya ma-identify kasi nga nandito siya sa line item na liabilities not liquidated. Pagplasin mo lang, di ba? 288 agad. How much is the assets to be realized? Edi pag-aadin mo lang diyan, di ba? Ganyan lang naman 'yon. Ganyan lang yung point nitong formula natin. So ayan. Wait, parang sige. So kung meron kang tinatanong ka naman, ito yung liabilities to be liquidated, edi 350 plus 400, 'di ba? So ganyan. Liabilities assume, di alam mo na, 'di ba? Alam mo na. Although hiniwa-hiwalay natin sila para alam natin kung paano i-record sa kabila. Okay? So ganun siya. How much is your supplementary debits? Ito. So supplementary credits, ito. Ganyan siya. Okay, and then, so yan yung sagot natin for number 2 na question. Now, doon sa net gain or loss, so sum na lang natin. So 150 plus 200 plus 500 plus 12 plus 70 plus 280 plus 400 plus 8 plus 25 plus 8. Okay, ang dami, di ba? So, yeah, ang dito sa side na to would be, wait lang, tama ba yung ginawa natin? 70, yeah, 1653. Okay, 1653. Okay. So, well, assumption mo na una is 1653 din to, no? Kasi nga, nagle-liquidate, so malamang loss. But anyway, I think it would be safe na i-add mo pa rin doon sa kabila. Kasi if it's lower, na you expect if it's lower than 1653, then there's a loss, no? So it's just safer that way. So 120 plus 135 plus 420 plus 12 yung nasa taas, baka ma-miss out mo yan, plus 50 plus 350 plus 400 plus 8 plus 15. Okay? Yan. Okay, parang na, wait lang. Minus 1650. Ulitin ko. 120 plus 135 plus 420 plus 12 plus 50 plus 350 plus 400 plus 8 plus 15. So 1510. Okay, so meron tayong 1510 na loss. Okay. Yan. So, 1510. So, 1510 is lower than 1653. Diba? So, lower than 1653. So, I know that the balancing figure would be, ima-minus ko siya sa 1653. So, magiging, ano ko ba sasabihin to? 1653 minus, uunahin ko. Ang gulo ko, di ba? Sorry. So, 1510, yung na-compute ko, minus ko yung 1653. So, magkakaroon ako ng 143 na negative. Di ba? So, loss. Di ba? Or, para ma-double check mo, 143, ilagay mo dito, and then, summation mo lahat yan, plus yung 143, 1653 dapat. So, that's the idea. Alam mo naman na to eh. So, pinalo lang naman natin yung formula natin dito sa taas. Ito yung gain or ito yung sinasabi ko kanina na squeeze figures. So, kung nasa kabila siya, and it would be a gain, and pag nasa kabila, it would be loss. Okay? So, I hope na-emphasize ko yung essence nitong formula natin and why it's supposed to be like that. Kung simple lang yung problem natin, pwede mo nang ilagay na lang yung mga values na dyan. So, the reason na ginagawa natin separate, hiwa-hiwalay yung 150, 200, 500 is because para madali natin ma-identify. Kung tinatanong tayo how much was the unrealized portion of this blah blah blah, or kung tinatanong ka of one particular inventory lang ang tinatanong, madali mo siyang masagot. So, ayun, especially kung continuing yung mga questions, di ba? Marami, series of questions in one problem. So, ayun lang. Ano pa ba? Yeah. Kung mabagal ako, 32 minutes to, you can just times 2 mo na lang kung interested ka na aralin to. So, it's actually a challenging topic, corporate liquidation. No? So, if you get familiarized, I'm just providing yung things that I've learned that helped me solve problems like this. Yun lang, I just wanted to share. Anything else to point out? I guess that's all, no? So, I hope I was able to help. Yeah, baunin mo to sa board exam. I hope na nakatulong to. You will become a CPA. Goodbye, and thank you for watching. Watch my other videos as well. And yeah, you guys have a great day. By the way, sorry, forgot. Answer natin dito is 143. 288. Okay. Have a great day. Mabuhay kayong mga accounting students, CPA, aspiring CPAs like me. Mabuhay tayong lahat.